I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
So the Game Awards came and passed, and with that came a bunch of trailers. Now, I didn't watch the show live, because like I said, I find most award shows to be kind of dog shit. If I wanted to watch a bunch of boring people talk in between ads, I would just watch regular television, or sit on YouTube without ad block. Now, one of those trailers that came out from the Game Awards was the Street Fighter sneak peek. Now, I do not know what the majority thinks about it, save for a few reactions, namely Tyrone Magnus's, where he just flat out turned off his camera at the end of it.
Get it? This is terrible!
But I personally think it doesn't look that bad. Now, whether or not it's actually bad has to be seen, but I do think that Tyrone's reaction is justified. Now, this isn't a response to him or anything, because he is allowed to have his opinions about it, though I do think putting the comment section to members and 1 week subscribers only was kind of a choice, but that's neither here nor there. I think having a skeptical or even flat out negative reaction to it to be justified. Despite the few good adaptations that we have had in recent years, that doesn't change the overall majority of bad movie adaptations of video games and anime that we've had in the past. I may like the Street Racer movie, but that doesn't change the fact that Dragon Ball Evolution exists. Now, upon first viewing the sneak peek, I had a bit of a negative impression for obvious reasons. But I watched it a few times after that, and I kind of grew to like it. I think the casting is kind of odd. I don't know why they chose Andrew Schultz as Dan Hibiki, but who knows? Maybe he'll show out. I think Cody Rhodes as Guile is interesting. Would I have picked Cody Rhodes? Probably not, but from what I've seen, he seems to be enjoying himself at least. I don't know why Eric Andre is there, but he's doing Eric Andre things, and that's good for him. I think I saw Roman Reigns as Akuma, which, if that's the case, from the short bit I saw in the trailer, he pulled it off. I don't really know the other people that are playing Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, and Zangief, but I will say that the guy that's playing Zangief is perfect choice for Zangief. Now, the few bits of fighting we do see in the trailer is silly as fuck. Seeing Cody Rhodes run up to a dude and flash kick him through a brick wall, while it is silly looking as all hell, that shit was awesome. All the moves are gonna look really silly, and I don't think that's a bad thing. In fact, one of Tyrone's biggest complaints was that the movie was campy and it was silly and it was too jokey. And he says that Street Fighter is not campy, silly, or jokey. I disagree. Within the game universe itself, we have people shooting fireballs out of their hands, doing helicopter spin kicks, launching themselves off the ground with uppercuts, an electric eel man, a stretchy yoga guru, a sumo wrestler that sends himself flying across the screen like a missile. We have basically a cult Hitler man who uses psycho power, whatever the fuck that is, and flies around, teleporting, doing weird cartwheel kicks, and God knows what half of the rest of this shit is, alright? I think Street Fighter the movie looking silly is okay. I understand that the plot in itself can be serious, but all of the things that I just mentioned in this series are played 100% straight, and that's what makes it even sillier. Am I saying that I want this to be another case of hashtag relatable Marvel humor style shit? No, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that the movie is allowed to be a little goofy. Now, all of this does not matter if they do what they did with the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, where shit just happened. Or if it's anything like the old school cartoon that was animated in America, where shit just kinda happened.
Monster! You killed my... Yes, I killed your father. What is it with you women anyway? I killed my father too, and you don't hear me whining about it.
Like I said before, it's very reasonable to be skeptical about these adaptations. We're either going to get something really good, or we're going to get something absolute dog shit. Now, while I think the sneak peek is fine, this thing always has the possibility to sink like the Titanic. If it's good, we'll give it its golf clap and we'll move on. If it's ass, then it'll just be another reason why Hollywood should just stop adapting video games, and anime for that matter. I'd like to think that this movie would be good, but I'd rather stay skeptical than get hyped up about it. In any case, that's enough for me. Bye.